the context and the scope of what a quality and regulatory and technical, let's just say CMC development professional needs to do has really changed dramatically. New modalities, novel drugs, cell and gene therapy, other delivery formats there, mRNA vaccines. We've seen new and novel sort of frameworks for process design, product design here that's really kind of pushed the envelope in terms of classical regulatory expectations to where there's a convergence now between technical, quality, and regulatory, where folks have got to really understand each other's worlds in order to make an argument that's going to be compelling to a health authority, whether it's the FDA or EMA or TGA in this case. So I think that's a very, very different paradigm. And when you throw in the mix of a CDMO partner now, this is a very interesting conversation. When you begin to select your contract service provider, this partner is going to be with you through this entire journey. And at the end of the day, they will be representing the drug sponsor in the pre-approval inspection. And so what are the characteristics that you need to consider as you move your program from early stage development to mid and late stage development and consider these accelerated programs? And I think that that paradigm has really kind of changed the context around how we begin to consider what the core elements and characteristics and capabilities need to be of our CDMO partners out there. And I think it's a really interesting and rich conversation. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, very good, Bikash. And earlier we talked, and staying on that accelerated pathway, was I correct that you saw a number where something like 8 out of 10 programs nowadays are on an accelerated pathway?
A lot. Well, so I think on the cell and gene therapy side, there are an awful lot of products that do get accelerated designation because the focus has been on orphan drugs, ultra rare diseases, et cetera. And so consequently, they are getting accelerated approval, breakthrough drug status or orphan drug status, or in some cases, even RMAT status, regenerative status, where you are disease modifying. So kind of extraordinary. There's all sorts of legacy stories about the first gene therapy products having just extraordinary effectiveness in the patient population around that. But it does create a conundrum for both the drug sponsor and the quality organization, the regulatory organization, when you are suddenly thrust from phase 1 to moving into phase 2, and now phase 2 or 2B is going to be your pivotal. Ideally, moving your program forward, you set a regulatory strategy at the IND stage that has laid the groundwork for that. You've contemplated that context. You've started to think about what your quality argument's going to be around the control strategy, as Aaron had mentioned out there. But if you haven't, and this is sort of a happenstance, that can really be disruptive. It's great for shareholders, not so great for drug sponsors and CDMOs that suddenly have to have a mature set of processes around their QMS, their operational infrastructure, their supply chain, et cetera, in order to effectively, consistently manufacture product to the marketplace. The focus on those technologies tends to be on your demonstration of manufacturing control. So how do you begin to define the quality attributes, even the drug substance around this? You may have viral vectors that are being involved. How are you defining the viral vector as part of the drug substance in there? It takes a conversation, and more and more of these novel drug therapies, the mechanism of action is not clear. It's not a one-for-one like you'd have in a classical small molecule disease treatment therapy. So you end up with a matrix approach. You may have biomarkers, you may have a whole suite of different elements which are part of your overall argument for demonstrating control. And this is a complicated context for both the process and product development folks, but also the quality and regulatory folks to make sure that we're not missing something, and that adds and increases the challenge for your outsourcing partner if they're going to participate in that design.